Well, it's great to be here. We've heard a lot about the promise of technology and the peril. I've been quite interested in both. If we could convert 0.03% of the sunlight that falls on the Earth into energy, we could meet all of our projected needs for 2030. We can't do that today because solar panels are heavy, expensive, and very inefficient. There are nano-engineered designs which at least have been analyzed theoretically, that show the potential to be very lightweight, very inexpensive, very efficient, and would be able to actually provide all of our energy needs in this renewable way. Nano-engineered fuel cells could provide the energy where it's needed. That's a key trend, which is decentralization, moving away from centralized nuclear power plants and liquid natural gas tankers to decentralized resources that are environmentally more friendly and a lot more efficient and capable and safe from disruption. Bono spoke very eloquently that we have the tools for the first time to address age-old problems of disease and poverty. Most regions of the world are moving in that direction. In 1990, in East Asia and the Pacific region, there were 500 million people living in poverty. That number now is under 200 million. The World Bank projects by 2011 it'll be under 20 million, which is a reduction of 95%. I did enjoy Bono's comment linking Haight-Ashbury to Silicon Valley. Being from the Massachusetts high-tech community myself, I'd point out that we were hippies also in the 1960s, although we hung around Harvard Square. But we do have the potential to overcome disease and poverty, and I'm going to talk about those issues if we have the will. Kevin Kelly talked about the acceleration of technology. That's been a strong interest of mine and a theme that I've developed for some 30 years. I realized that my technologies had to make sense when I finished a project, that invariably the world was a different place when I would introduce a technology. And I noticed that most inventions fail, not because the R&D department can't get it to work. If you look at most business plans, they will actually succeed if given the opportunity to build what they say they're going to build. And 90% of those projects or more will fail because the timing is wrong. Not all the enabling factors will be in place when they're needed. So I began to be an ardent student of technology trends and track where technology would be at different points in time, and began to build mathematical models of that. It's kind of taken on a life of its own. I've got a group of 10 people that work with me to gather data on key measures of technology in many different areas, and we build models. And you'll hear people say, well, we can't predict the future. And if you ask me, will the price of Google be higher or lower than it is today 3 years from now, that's very hard to say. Will WiMAX, CDMA, G3 be the wireless standard 3 years from now? That's hard to say. But if you ask me, what will it cost for 1 MIPS of computing in 2010, or the cost to sequence a base pair of DNA in 2012, or the cost of sending a megabyte of data wirelessly in 2014, it turns out that those are very predictable. There are remarkably smooth exponential curves that govern price, performance, capacity, bandwidth. And I'm going to show you a small sample of this, but there's really a theoretical reason why technology develops in an exponential fashion.